Well, I conquered shutting narcissists down. Now I have to try and figure out how I'm going to conquer my PTSD. I'm thinking it's more of a complex PTSD. It's not very easy to deal with. It's very bombarding. I strive to do my best, but even that isn't good enough sometimes. I'm gonna do this in a couple different voice clip segments because it is very traumatizing, and all my thoughts just continue to bombard into one another. It just doesn't stop, and somehow, some way, I have to get to a point where these thoughts stop consuming my every thought. It's awful, it's frightening, it's bombarding, it's terrifying, it's fear, it's so much and more. I didn't get it. I get it. I get it now. I really get it. And getting it took me a long time, and now I'm in some pretty sad shape. But I shut the narcissist down, and I will continue to strive and do my best to get better, because I am a child of God. I deserve so much more, and I believe in a power greater than myself. And ever since I believed and kept believing and praying, my life started to change towards getting better. And if you notice, I still lose my words at times, and I can't help that. It's just part of what I've been through. Anyways, if you kindly like and subscribe to my video and help me out, I'd really appreciate it. I'm only trying to move maybe a mountain or two, maybe 3. I'd be very happy if I could help at least 5 to 10 people, and then my job is done. Then I don't have to hear how somebody 20 years younger than me got taken in such high abuse and such terrible, devastating time of the world with COVID-19 and everybody dying, sirens everywhere. It's really terrifying. I'll be right back. I'm back. I just had to take a little breather. It's very hard on me. So I'm gonna give you a little story about Ariel. Ariel is Dachshund in Lab, and I got her about 4.5 years ago. She was born December the 29th. And I had a really hard time loving her at first. I had a purebred white lab, and her name was Summer Rose. And I thought she was the best, what she was, and she was beautiful. And I lost her June the 9th, 2015, and it tore my heart apart. I had a really hard time loving Ariel in the beginning, and I don't know, I think we went away once, and I came back, and she took me because she got on the suitcase, and she wouldn't even let me unpack it. She just decided that she was plopping herself on that suitcase, and the next time we went away, that she was coming, and sure as shit, she was coming, so we took her up north. Anyways, it really does help with the anxiety and the constant bombarding, because you always have a friend to talk to. They listen, they don't talk back, they hold your secrets, they capture your tears, and if they could, they would wipe them dry. And I swear, Ariel and I are connected at the soul level. And with Ariel, I can accomplish anything, because she gives me the unconditional love that I thought I needed from others, but I don't. I need to love myself. And I'm beginning to love myself. I'm never going to give up. I'm not a giver-upper, never will be, never have been. And I almost did. I almost wanted to take my life a couple years ago, and the good Lord said, no, Treva, no, things will get better. And then next thing I know, I'm 100 pounds down, and exhausted and not well and in the ground, and my physical body and my mental state is not good, but my spirituality is very strong, and prayer can go a long way. Prayer can capture a lot, and God may give you it, and you may think it's too much to handle, but when it's time that you can't handle it anymore and you've learned your lesson, then God will take it back, and then you can conquer something else, and you keep conquering and conquering until you have no more to conquer, until you're at peace. And I'm at peace in myself, but I have no peace in my mind because it's just bombarding, and I'm not sure how to stop it. I'm meditating, I'm listening to music, and it's just not the be end all. So is there anybody that can help me out? I really could use some help about now. I am definitely going to educate myself more. I have a lot of experience, that's for sure. 6 good years and 23 from a marriage before, and I remember in that marriage I was always told to shut my mouth and consider where it was coming from. Well, I only did that for so long, and then I found them force-feeding my children, and oh, what a mess. And so anyhow, yeah. So I don't shut up anymore, and I had bad blood pressure, and I was in rages, and they were raging. I couldn't stop, and that's because I was living in a bunch of pathological lies, never-ending lies, one after the other. It just never stopped, and now I don't trust anybody except Ariel, my mama, and God, and a couple good friends I really trust. And at this time in my life, I need to be on my own and getting better so that I can continue the promise of taking care of my mom till the end, and I can take her to the light like I did my dad and many others in nursing. I don't believe anybody should die alone unless they absolutely wish to, and especially with COVID and the crap that my mom's been through, I'm really glad she's still with us. God is good. He is great, and you just have to let go and pray a little bit and ask God for guidance, and He will guide you, and He will guide you the right way, not the wrong path. Demons are winning over a lot, not in my eyes. God is winning. Strike the devil down. Just strike him down. I'll be back. I started having children when I was 23 years old, and my oldest son, Jacob, he was born with, in the autistic spectrum disorder. He has Asperger. And immediately after he was born, my mother knew there was something not right, so she took him under her wing. And he's still there. And then my second son, Kyle, he was born in 94 of January, and he was born a little bit early, and he was in an anemic master for the first year of his life. He had a pyloric, what you call a pyloric spasm, and I thought it was awful and horrible, and I was sick to my stomach until I walked into that hospital. My life was nothing compared to some of those lives of those children that were going to lose their lives to cancer and so much more. It just teared at my heartstrings, and at that point I realized that not everybody's baggage is as bad as everybody else's. You get given what God thinks you can handle, and if you can't handle it, then He will take it back at some point. And then I had my daughter in 99, and I wasn't going to have any more kids, and I decided to try for a little girl because I wanted to have a little girl to put her hair in pigtails and dress her up and just love her and be with her and be good friends. And yeah, one day we'll be that again. Just right now, things are a little bit on the tough side. I got a lot of healing to do, and they all have a lot of healing to do. And at the end of the month, I'm going to rejoin with my mom and my dog, and we're going to start a brand new chapter in our life. And in the meantime, I'm going to start educating myself more on PTSD and complex PTSD, and I'm going to let the people who know what they're talking about and the gaslighting and the narcissism for now until I figure out where my life is going. And right now it's looking a lot more positive than it was, and with all you guys' help, you've really helped me, and I'm planning on moving a mountain, and I will one day, because I believe I'm being protected by the angelical realm in the highest power, because I have a bubble of peace wrapped around me, and nothing is destructing it. Even COVID doesn't look like COVID. It just looks like a bunch of cars driving around and people walking around wearing masks on their face, and other than that, I don't see the whole thing. I feel it. And I would have quit if I was working in it still, because I am terrified, and apparently I've been terrified for a long time, and I just never put two and two together. My son's 11th birthday, I had to put him into care, and we had a birthday party at home, and it was with family, and I was just overwhelmed, and they thought I was having an aneurysm, and it turned out it was stress. Again, stress just knocks you down to the ground. I've lost friends from addictions. I've lost people to COVID. I can't take any more crap. I just want my life back. And the only way to get your life back is to let it go and put it into God's hands. And that's exactly what I had to do. And that's exactly where I'm at, because it's my only form of survival. And if you think you can do it without God, no, you can't. The devil wins every time if you don't have God by your side. He is the love. He is the light. He is everything, and He will protect you. He is protecting me, and He will protect you too. But you have to ask. You can't just assume that He's going to be your protector. You have to ask for Him to be your protector, and He will. He'll stand with you. He'll walk with you. He'll guide you, and He'll back away if He needs to, and He'll come on stronger if He needs to too. God bless, love and light, everybody. I just wanted to say thank you, and God bless. Love and light to all.